What's going on, guys? Basil Basics here. I'm back to another video, and today I'm reviewing Raw that just happened a few minutes ago. And boy, oh boy, I have a lot to unpack here. And this is from NCU, North Carolina University. Apologies for my little stutter there. This was a hot crowd. Well, they kind of slumber through some of it because it's 3 hours. But honestly, this 3 hours felt like it went by in like 2. So yeah. Let's not waste any time, and let's get on to the review proper, shall we? We're going to recap the WWE title situation where it's Orton and Lashley, and Big E is saying, I'm going to cash in tonight, and he did. He cashed in, and he won the WWE title to a massive pop. Great stuff here. New Day are here, have a little championship celebration. Big E says, he said it may be November 25th. It may be too early to say this on, or he said something about November 25th. He meant to say, like, Thanksgiving and all that stuff. He said it may not be November 25th, but thank you all for, being there for me in my journey to becoming WWE champion. He talks about, there's 100 million, watching me right now, watching one, and there's one in heaven looking down on me right now, mentioning Brody Lee, which is nice. I'm pretty sure Brody, influenced and inspired Big E, which Brody inspired a lot to everyone. Rest in peace, late great Brody Lee. And then the Bloodlights show up, and Roman has a red glove on. Okay, guess to fit the Raw theme, I'm assuming. And then we get New Day versus Bloodline. This was some great stuff. Really great shit here. Big fight feel. This is probably pay-per-view main event quality. I was curious as I'm like, really? They're putting this on at the beginning? Okay, that's interesting. But it turns out we know why later. Kofi gets targeted a lot. Big hot tag to Big E and Roman. Roman got cheered a lot throughout this show. Like, Roman was over, and he's a heel, which is hopefully doesn't telegraph they're going to turn him face soon, because Roman as a heel is more better than he is as a babyface. Let's all be honest here. You can tell Roman's very comfortable in this heel role, and I'm pretty sure him and Heyman are having a blast together. Uranagi to Big E, and then all of a sudden Lashley comes down, and he basically attacks everyone, and Woods and Reigns are legal men, and Lashley's just beating the shit out of everyone. Spear to Woods, 1, 2, 3. Reigns wins, and then he gets speared by Lashley. Then Lashley spears Big E through the barricade. Okay, there you go. That's how you keep everyone strong. Nobody really looks weak here, because Big E just got the shit beat out of him, and Reigns just won a match, and Lashley's pissed over what happened last week. Everyone looks strong in this situation here. They're all going to be mentioned a little bit later. Yeah, and then Lashley is backstage, and he talks to Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce, and he says he's not finished. He wants his WWE title back. He wants Big E. MVP is out with a broken rib after suffering an RKO last week, which in kayfabe, I hope he's actually okay. But if he actually doesn't have a broken rib, I feel bad for MVP because I'm pretty sure he's on the pretty sure he's done full time. Him as a manager is perfectly fine. RK Bro backstage, and Riddle's talking while Orton's got headphones on, and he said, "Don't worry, we'll be jamming out tunes later." And calls AJ Styles Skipper, because Orton and Styles are having another match. For like the 80th time, apparently. Eva Marie versus Piper. Her name's Piper, and it's not Dewdrop. Then we get a recap of what's been happening over the month. Yeah. Also, I should mention, I am going to be giving, scale from 1 to 10 ratings. I keep forgetting to do that. Bloodline versus New Day, it gets a 7 out of 10 for me. Great. It was a good stuff. High opener to start the crowd. This gets a 2 out of 10. It was a squash match, basically. Yep. this does not benefit Piper whatsoever. It benefits no one. Eva's not really that good in the ring, and Piper is fantastic, and yet this is what they're watering her down to, and it's very, very sad. Then Big E, DeVille, and Pierce are backstage. Big E's pissed. He wants Lashley. And they said we'll find a way about it. Then we come back from a break, and Heyman's backstage with Sonya Pierce. We're gonna have a triple threat tonight. Settle in the ring. Okay. And then we get Styles versus Orton. It was fine. It gets a 6 out of 10 for me. They've had better matches. Almost gets ejected. A chin lock by Styles, and then in the end he goes for the phenomenal forearm. But Orton, he fakes it, but Orton does the fake RKO. DDT on the ropes and RKO. 1, 2, 3, and Orton wins. Okay, cool. Move on. If you're wondering why this review may be a little short, it's probably because there wasn't really a lot to talk about on the show, really, except for maybe the opener in the main event. And then we get a Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler video package. I kind of forgot they broke up because I've been watching Raw for the past couple of weeks because I've been busy at work. Then we get Jax versus Baszler. This gets a 2 out of 10. This was somehow worse than Eva versus Piper, because at least that was a squash match that lasted 2 minutes. This lasted about 5. This was very sloppy, and this was very awkward. I don't know if Jax got punched for real. I don't know if this was a shoot, because Shayna looked like she rocked her, and it looked pretty bad. Like, those kicks were brutal. Jax was trying to go for the Samoan drop, but she got caught in the Karafuda clutch, and Jax passed out. She said, I can't breathe. Well, yeah, no shit. You have an arm wrapped around your trachea. What else would you expect? And then Jax gets Shayna wins. She attacks Jax. And then arm stomp on the steps. And Nia is squealing like she's in pain. Somebody let the pterodactyl out? Like, what the hell was that? If I was screaming, I'd be screaming like a little girl after her cookies got stolen by the man who refused to pay for her Thin Mints. Seriously, I wasn't squeal like a pig. What the hell was that, Nia? Did somebody release the pterodactyl from the dinosaur age? Seriously. Anyways, Eva Marie is now on American Ninja Warrior Jr. Cool, I didn't know that was even a show because I haven't watched American Ninja Warrior in about a dog's age. I watched it growing up, and now I don't anymore. We get Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza versus Ali and Mansoor. Since when did Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo become a tag team? Did they just pull this out of their ass or something? Or did I miss something? They did a video package saying, you know, we'll let bygones be bygones, even though we fought like 200 times, and we're cousins. And Corey Graves says something about the handsomeness is, you know, is over-exaggerated or some shit like that. The match was okay. We get the 5 out of 10, but, I mean, there was not much to the match. It was just 4 guys just having a fine match. Garza and Carrillo win. A Karrion Kross video package. Oh, what the have they done to you, Karrion? Why are they making you wearing the Relic? Why are they making you wear Relic stuff from TNA from 2007? I will never understand. Anyways, Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley are here, and they talk about Connor's cure, talk about pediatric cancer, which, rest in peace, Connor. That poor kid. He took it from us way too soon. Cancer's a bitch. Leukemia is such a pain in the ass. For any of my subscribers who are battling through that, I hope you get better, because I know some people that battle through cancer, and it's sad. It really is sad. But if you are battling out there and you are battling your cancer, I hope nothing but the best of luck to you. So, anyways, they said they're gonna dedicate their title match, their match to the kids. And we're going to get the victory. And then we get Tamina and Natalia versus Nikki and Ripley. It was okay. 4 out of 10, maybe. Riptide onto, Ripley gets taken off of the steps, taken off the ring, and Tamina goes to do it again, but Rhea hits a senton, and then a Riptide onto the apron. And then Natalia's trying to go for the sharpshooter, but gets cradled. 1, 2, 3, and we have new champions. Okay, that came out of left field. Anyways, then we get a recap of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss thing, where apparently Charlotte has a new doll named Charlie. Okay. Also, quick question: they showed the Car Shield commercial that had Ric Flair in the commercial. Isn't Ric Flair supposed to be canceled after what was talked about in the Plane Ride from Hell episode of Dark Side of the Ring? Which, oh boy, Flair looked horrible. Not as bad as Tommy Dreamer, but I digress. Yeah, that was terrible. I feel bad for poor Heidi Doyle, the flight attendant that had to endure all that bullshit going on. Anyways, Alexa's Playground. Flair shows up. Alexa found Charlie and talking about originality of all the woos and all that stuff, and Charlotte wants the, 5 feet of fury and not whatever the hell she is. Take off the lipstick, bitch. And then Flair gets called a narcissistic bitch, which, not gonna lie, she kind of is. And Alexa's talking about, I beat everyone, I win all the titles, and yada, 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 and all that stuff. Which, I don't blame her. We're kind of sick of it, Charlotte. And then, anyways, a brawl ensues. And Charlotte rips apart Charlie and goes for Lily. Gets hit with the DDT. Okay. Also, quick thing. I've been seeing people kind of harassing Charlotte. Let's not target Charlotte, please. You can criticize you can criticize the father. You can put the sins of the father. Let's not put the sins of the father on the children, okay? It's kind of like the Jimmy Snuka and the Chris Benoit situation. Let's not target the children and focus on what the real piece of shit in the matter is. Okay, just because Flair did the shit doesn't mean that Charlotte needs to get targeted, okay? Okay, good, let's move on. Then we got 24/7 shenanigans. Gulak, Maverick, Drake, and, Drake, Maverick, R-Truth, and Kira Tozawa. They engage a plan. Remember when all these guys were wrestlers and had talent? Pepperidge Farm remembers. They try to spring a trap on Reggie. Look, if the whole thing is just a show off that Reggie can do, acrobatics, why not just do video packages about him and scrap 24/7 bullshit? Seriously. I initially praised it saying, you know what, it gives the mid-card something to do, and now it looks like something that Shrek would jizz on. Which pretty much the strap looked like that did it on itself. Anyways, Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus, and if Hardy wins, he's added to the Triple Threat match at Extreme Rules for the U.S. title. Damian Priest is on commentary. It was fine. It's a 5 out of 10, I'm guessing. Hardy goes for, Sheamus goes for a brogue kick, gets hit with the Twist of Fate. Senton, knees up. Hardy's gonna kill him. He's gonna break his back if he keeps doing that shit. Brogue kick, nope, counter, pin, 1, 2, 3, and Sheamus loses, and Hardy wins. And then Sheamus attacks Priest, and we have a Raw. Okay, it's gonna be a triple threat. Then we get Reigns versus Lashley versus Big E. Big fight feel. Holy hell, this match was fantastic. This is probably the best triple threat. This was probably a better triple threat than Sheamus versus Priest versus McIntyre a couple weeks ago for the U.S. title. And I mean that with absolute sincerity. Also, speaking of McIntyre, where was he at? It's weird that he hasn't been on the show lately. I wonder if he's doing okay. Again, big fight feel, great stuff. 3 men just beating the shit out of each other. There was a Tower of Doom spot. There was a great vertical suplex. Biggie just got the shit beat out of him. Roman looks like a star. Lashley looks like a star. Biggie is over. Reigns is over with the crowd somehow. Again, a vertical suplex that is impressive by Lashley. Genetics don't do justice on how great that man looks. Double splash. We get a big ending to Reigns, but then Lashley pulls Biggie out, and then he gets put through a table, through the announcer's table. And then a spear counter with the Superman punch. And then we get a spear to Reigns. And then we get another Superman punch to Lashley. Then we get a spear, we get a spear off the apron, and then a big ending to Reigns again. Lashley uses a chair. He beats up Big E forever, and then a spear to Lashley, and Reigns wins 1, 2, 3. Please check this match out. It is absolutely fantastic. This went for probably about 20 minutes if you can count the commercial breaks. This was fantastic, folks. Absolutely fantastic. This is one of the best WWE matches they put out this year, and I mean that with absolute sincerity. I don't know if it's better than Walter versus Ilya Dragunov at, TakeOver 36, because they literally had to beat the shit out of each other to top that match. But anyways, this was a fantastic match. This was a great opener. It put Reigns over. Nobody really looked weak. Yeah, Lashley took the pin, but at the same time, he looked strong in the end. So yeah, great match. Overall, I give the show a 6 out of 10. The action itself from the beginning to the end was pretty good to okay. Segments were kind of iffy. There wasn't really a lot of segments, honestly, because it's weird because Raw is mostly a segment-heavy show. This was like 80% wrestling and like 20% segments, which we need more of. But anyways, that's all I gotta say about this show, folks. What you guys think about this episode of Raw? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Join the herd. I'll talk to you guys next video. Peace out.